I am Nikarasu the Paparasu. Last month in the PlayStation Showcase, we finally got to see gameplay for Marvel's Spider-Man 2. I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man. He's my favorite character in the Marvel Universe and is one of my favorite characters in all fiction. Like any Spidey fan, I loved the first game. It was amazing. Although, not everything about it was amazing. Even so, I'd argue it's one of the best Spider-Man games of all time. Naturally, I'm excited for Spider-Man 2. I'm so excited that I never shut the hell up about it to people I know. There are a lot of reasons why I love the first game so much. The combat was fun, it had a compelling story as well as compelling characters and character development. Spider-Man is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, who's in my top 3 favorite voice actors of all time. And of course, the new suit called the Advanced Suit that was introduced into the game. Aside from the Advanced Suit, there are tons of suits to choose from. It's to be expected that we'll see new suits in the next Spider-Man game. So in this video, I'll be discussing suits that I would like to be added into Spider-Man 2. The suits will only focus on Peter because I'm not aware of that many Miles suits. Before I start, be sure to like the video and subscribe. Starting off with the movie suits, Andrew Garfield's suit from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm honestly surprised that this suit wasn't added into the first game. Next is Tom Holland's integrated suit from Spider-Man No Way Home. I really enjoyed No Way Home, especially since it brought back my favorite live-action Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, as well as his villains. Moving on from movies to TV shows is Spider-Man Unlimited. Some of you may remember this Spidey from the scene in Across the Spider-Verse. This version came from a cartoon series that aired in 1999 called Spider-Man Unlimited. Pete ends up with a new suit and travels to Counter Earth to fight new and old enemies. I really like the suit and the series. As I'm making this video, it's on Disney Plus, so feel free to check it out if you're interested. Next up are the Superior Spider-Man suits from the comics, the main universe even. This version is Otto Octavius / Doc Ock, who switched bodies with Peter Parker. As you can guess, he wasn't exactly a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. The Iron Spider suit from the Civil War comics. This design is completely different from Tom Holland's, but I like this one more. The Ultimate suit from the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. When it comes to favorite version of Spider-Man, it's hard for me to choose between Ultimate and Insomniac. Funny enough, there's an Ultimate Spider-Man video game based on this version that was the last Spider-Man game to feature Queens. The Mangaverse suit. This version of Spider-Man is from a comic series known as the Mangaverse. In the Mangaverse, Peter isn't bitten by a spider. Instead, he's trained by a ninja clan known as the Spider Clan. His sensei was his Uncle Ben, who's killed by Venom. The Fake Red suit. Spider-Man Fake Red is a manga made by a manga writer, Yusuke Osawa. Peter ends up missing, and a new character, Yu Anime, ends up finding it and becomes Spider-Man with no powers. I've read a little of this so far, and it seems interesting. The suit has a white spider like the Advanced suit, so I wonder if Yusuke Osawa was inspired by Insomniac. The last one is the Zombie Spider-Man from Marvel Zombies comics. A zombified version of Spider-Man could work well since the story is said to be darker than the first game. Out of all the suits, the ones I see most likely being added to Spider-Man 2 is the Superior suit, since Superior and Insomniac Spider-Man have history. After the game's release, a Spider-Verse comic event was made. One of the Spider-Mans that was a part of it was Insomniac. Superior Spider-Man is the one who recruits him. I haven't actually read the whole comic, but they end up fighting when they first meet and later on into the story. I also think it's likely that they'll add the movie suits. If it's true that all suits in the game will have symbiote versions, then we could see what Andrew Garfield could have looked like with the symbiote and what Tom Holland might look like in the next Spider-Man movie. That covers all the suits I wanted to be added. Sorry that the list is so short and that I didn't talk about Miles. I'll try to make more videos about Spider-Man 2. What do you think of the suits that I talked about? What suits do you want to see? What suits do you want to see that I didn't mention? What should I talk about next? Are you excited for Spider-Man 2? Leave your comments down below and be sure to check out my community posts. In the meantime, I'll be swinging around New York fighting bad guys and getting the girl as Spider-Man would. Take care, everyone.